I by no stretch of the imagination look this cute all the time, so I'm gonna take some real good advantage of it while it's happening.
This is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Hi, I'm not dead. Anybody who only follows my YouTube channel and not my other social media, which you can find in the bar below, might think I'm dead. Because I haven't been here in like 7 months. I said I was gonna be taking a break for like a couple of weeks, and that couple of weeks turned into more than half a year. So I just want to explain some things real quick. Number one, yes, I know, this is not my hair. Anyone who watches this channel regularly is like, hey, don't you have short blue hair? This is a lace front. I usually use this wig for cosplaying, but I was kind of feeling myself today and I really wanted to wear it. That also explains the dress. I don't usually wear dresses actually, but this dress is also for a cosplay. The cosplay that I'm going to use it for involves body paint, and I feel like there's going to be bright pink body paint all over it when I'm done with it, so I wanted a chance to wear it at least once on camera to show that, hey, I was kind of cute in the dress one time. Please forgive the fact that I'm really hyped up right now. I just had an entire Diet Mountain Dew and it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm just on one. Plus, I'm just really excited because I missed you guys so much and I missed doing YouTube so much, and I'm so excited to finally be back and making a video, and I feel like I'm coming home. This video is pretty much just where I've been and what's happened in the last 7 months and why I've been gone for 7 months. I kind of hit a wall in my life, which is normal, especially if you have mental illness, which I do. And I was just kind of feeling overworked between personal stuff and my job and YouTube and trying to cosplay on TikTok. I just kind of felt like it was too many things at once while I had too much, stuff going on. And I just kind of needed a little break from something, and so I kind of stopped cosplaying and I stopped doing YouTube, and I was just kind of focusing on work and my mental health stuff. And then in the 7-month span that I was gone, quite a lot of shit took place. So this video is pretty much to catch you up on what has happened to me in the last 7 months. So let's catch up. I finally went to Florida. Yes, you heard me right. I finally went to Florida. I talked about it so many times last year and I said that I was gonna vlog it, but because I was on a hiatus from YouTube, I did not vlog anything. Now, if you go to my Instagram, which you can find in the links, there are pictures from the Florida trip on my Instagram if you really want to see them. There's also like an Insta story highlight that has several pictures on them, but most of them I kept for myself. And that was a really great time. It was like a mind-blowing experience. Every time that I was on the beach, I felt like it was an out-of-body experience. That's the only way that I can describe it. We went during locals time, which is pretty much just the people who live there go, and when all the tourists are gone, so we didn't really go out during the day. We spent most of the day out shopping and in the pool, and then in the evenings when it was cooler we would go out to the beach and just lay there, and I would bury my feet in the sand. And I'm so sad that I ever left because I loved it so much and it was so beautiful, and I saw dolphins and the sky was purple and it was just, oh my god, like I said, if you really want to go see those pictures because they're really good and I love them so much, please go look at my Instagram. You will absolutely love them. If you go far enough back in my TikTok, actually there are several videos that I took just of the beach. My hat totally started to slip off. It doesn't want to fit on right because like it fits on my head just fine, but like my hair is bundled up under here underneath the wig, and so like the wig's making it hard. Right before I went to the beach, I turned 24 years old, so I've had a birthday since then. We didn't really get to celebrate it that much because we were literally leaving the next day for Florida, and that was going to be a long drive. So I pretty much spent my entire 24th birthday packing, and I had like a Harry Potter themed birthday cake, which I will put up on the screen right here because it was adorable. Shout out to the girl that made it. And I just kind of spent it with my family, being excited about the fact that we were about to leave. And so yeah, I'm older than I was last time I was here. I also went to Pagan Pride Fest with my friend Link. I had an amazing time. I was almost worried that I wasn't going to be able to go because the person I was supposed to go with wasn't feeling that well, and my friend swooped in, saved the day. Thank you, babe. We had an amazing time down by the waterfront, and I bought some really cool stuff. I wish I had it right now, but it's somewhere in the room. I actually got my own time turner. Can you tell I'm a Harry Potter fan? I also got this great new ring that I'm wearing. It doesn't want to focus very well, but it has the triquetra all over it, which I have a tattoo of over here. I think it's actually a replica from Outlander. I've never actually seen Outlander, but somebody said that it was. I just love the craftsmanship. I thought it was beautiful, and it was handmade in Scotland, and there was no way that I could say no to that, so. Also, for those of you who kept up on the fact that I was injured in the last vlog that I posted about getting hurt at work, I'm still technically injured. The only reason I'm not wearing my brace anymore, even though I'm actually in pain right now as I gesture, is because at my last hand specialist appointment, my doctor told me that mobility was going to be the best thing for me along with physical therapy. So I've been instructed to wean myself off of the brace. So I'm not wearing the brace right now, which feels really weird because I've been wearing it a lot for months now. Literally 7. But hopefully with added physical therapy and this new treatment plan, I'll be able to get back to work in the next like 3 months, which is great because I'm tired of being home all the time and I need money to pay my bills. I also made some really great new friends on the internet who really helped me through a lot of really personal stuff that I was going through the last several months. So special shout outs to Mo, Duo, and B. I love you guys so much. You helped me through so much shit ever since the summer. I actually got to meet my friend Duo, which was very exciting. I like never ever get to meet my friends from the internet. That's happened like twice in the last 10 years, so this made number 3. I also started cosplaying again, as you can tell by me saying that this dress and this wig were from cosplays. This one is actually from a Lily Evans cosplay that I did. Teenage Lily, like Hogwarts level. I'm gonna do adult Lily here in a couple days. And this dress is actually for Persephone from Lore Olympus, which is my current obsession. And I believe the new episode comes out tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. For reference, I don't know when I'm actually going to put this up, but as I'm filming this, it is December, Friday the 13th. I love Friday the 13th. It is always my best day ever, and we had 2 this year. There was another one in September, so I'm very excited about this. I know that everybody always hates it because it's so superstitious and everybody freaks out, that I know anyway. But Friday the 13th has always been like a really great day for me. I'm always so positive and in a great mental state, and I'm so productive and I get so much done, and today's been one of those days. We actually decorated our Christmas trees today. Yes, I said trees. Trees. I'm not a Christmas person, but my family is, so I decorated the tree. Trees. A lot of other stuff that probably doesn't seem as major as all of those other things happened, like my little brother turned 15. I got my hands on the Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette and the Mini Controversy palette, which I was so excited about. I reached 8K on TikTok, which was very exciting for me. I kind of emotionally adopted this outdoor cat who's kind of a jerk, but he sometimes is nice. I named him Simba because he's orange. But most of all, I've just kind of spent the last 7 months really getting in touch with myself and doing a lot of self-progression, I guess. I've really started working a lot more on taking care of myself because sometimes when you have depression, if you have it, you know, sometimes when you have depression, it's really hard to care about taking care of yourself, and sometimes you don't care about washing off your makeup when you put it on, or you don't care about showering or brushing your teeth or washing your face or leaving the house or feeding yourself or just doing anything but sleeping and staring at the ceiling and being depressed. And I'm not gonna lie, I still have days sometimes where that is the case because depression is kind of a constant thing, especially when you're unmedicated, which I happen to be. But I'm really happy to say that I've been doing a lot better about taking care of myself, which to people who think that that's really weird and are probably going to be really disgusted about that, that's fine. But if you understand what it's like to have mental illness and have a hard time taking care of yourself, it makes you really proud when you actually brush your teeth every day, and when you brush your hair every day, and you shower every day, and you remember to wipe off your makeup after, you know, you've had a long day, and you don't go to sleep with makeup on, and you actually wash your face. And you make a point of meditating and listening to music that makes you happy, and doing little things like shaving and putting on lotion and doing your eyebrows. Just like little things that make me feel cleaner and happier and a little bit fresher. And sometimes that's really, really hard to do when you're depressed, and it makes me happy to be able to say that I do those things again. I've also been spending a lot of time in therapy working on myself and getting in touch with who I am and being more honest with myself and why I am the way I am, and observing habits that I have and coming up with more healthy coping mechanisms and learning to let go of things and people that I really don't need in my life. And I'm opening myself up to the opportunity of saying yes more. I have more of a social life than I really ever have. I go out and I hang out with my friends, and I go shopping, and I go to the movies and bookstores, and I go out to dinner and lunch with people. And even when I'm not leaving the house, I FaceTime with people all the time now, and I'm actually texting people and talking to people, and I have such a bad habit of cutting myself off from stuff like that, and it just feels so mind-boggling to me to be able to look at a bunch of my friends and be like, these people aren't, it's like they're not here to use me. Like they just want to be here. Like, and that's so crazy to me. And just like be able to go out with these people and feel like I can be honest with them and talk about the stuff that I'm going through and have them like reciprocate and have like a real adult friendship. It's crazy. Like oh my God. And it just feels so crazy to me to feel like this, because even before the stretch of when I wasn't here, I was spending a lot of time feeling really, really bad about myself and basing my thoughts on myself on how other people treated me and how other people thought of me. I was doing a lot of body shaming on myself and had a lot of self-hatred built up, and I wasn't taking care of myself, and I wasn't working on trying to deal with any of my problems or loving myself or trying to get to know myself. I wasn't trying to deal with my own problems. And I took a really, really hard look in the mirror and I realized that I caused some of the stuff that happened to me. You have to be an adult sometimes and realize it's not always everybody else's fault. I totally just touched the doorknobs during that. It's not always everybody else's fault when stuff happens to you. Sometimes you let that negativity in on your own, whether it means that you started the situation or you let a negative person into your life and you kept them there, or you let a negative situation happen to you and you didn't stop it and you didn't stand up for yourself. I had a situation happen where, twice actually, somebody that I work for tried to intimidate me out of my job because of my injury, because it would be easier for X company that I work for to just not deal with me and to try to blame me for something that was not my fault. And I let that happen to me before when I worked at this company previously, and I lost my job because of it. And I didn't let that happen again. I didn't let some up the chain dude look me in the face and tell me what my job was about and what I could or couldn't do because of my limitations. Because he doesn't know me. He doesn't know my limitations. And I just kind of started realizing if you want to live life for yourself, you just kind of have to kick life in the balls and say, F you. No, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what the fuck I want anyway. And that's so hard to do. But when you do it, you're like, I am a badass bitch. And that's all I wanted, was to be able to look at myself and realize that I was a bad bitch and that I could take care of myself and defend myself. And I started doing that. And ever since that happened, which was, around the time I got hurt, which was around the time I stopped doing this, I've stood up for myself more. I've learned that it's okay to say no, and it's okay to be honest, and it's okay to let people know when I can't do things and when I have actual limitations about things and when stuff is too much for me or when I don't want something. I've learned to say no. I've learned to stand up for myself. I've learned to be unapologetic about the fact that there is some shit I just don't like, or some shit I just don't want to do, or some shit that I just don't want to have to deal with. There are people that I just don't want in my life. There are situations I just don't want to be a part of and places I just don't want to go. And I don't have to have a reason for that sometimes. Sometimes the whole reason is just I don't want to. And that's mind-boggling to me. Because so often in life I would have thought, I'm such a bitch for this. But I'm not a bitch. I'm just not suffering. I spent so long thinking that if I didn't do everything for everyone and say yes to everything and try to people please every single person in my life until it literally killed me, that I was a selfish asshole because I was not literally trying to take care of every single person in my life and because I was not trying to people please every single person that I knew. But that's not what happened. I was just kind of slowly killing myself. And in the same breath, I realized it doesn't make me vain if I don't hate myself, because I thought that was like the society norm, to body shame myself and hate every part of my face and hate everything about the way I move and the way I talk, the way I look in this dress or in this wig or with this makeup, and wonder how many people stare at me because my actual hair is blue and I have facial jewelry and I wear makeup that looks like this, and usually I wear the all black getup that I do. And somewhere along the way I became able to say that I feel pretty right now. I became able to say that I feel pretty in this dress. I became able to say that I feel pretty in this wig and in this makeup, and that I feel pretty right now. That I took cute selfies of me before this because I felt pretty. And I just started really accepting myself, not just physically, but emotionally. I'm a cool person, and I don't have to care if other people think that, because I think that. I think that my cosplaying is so cool and I work so hard on it. And I think that doing YouTube is really hard work, but it's really fun and I missed it so much. I think the way that I dress is really cool. I love my makeup. I love my blue hair and my facial jewelry and my tattoos. I love that I'm obsessed with Harry Potter. I love that I listen to music that doesn't make sense to anybody because I could listen to 12 different genres in a row and none of it makes sense or correlates together. I spent so long in my life worrying about what everybody else thought of me physically, mentally, emotionally, everything, that I didn't stop to think about what I think of me. And I took weeks, like literally months of time to just sit and reflect on who I am. And yeah, not everything is perfect. My living situation isn't great. My financial situation isn't great. My career is not great. But I've really gotten into this mindset of my current situation is not my final destination. I'm not always going to live in this living situation. My financial state is not always going to be like that. I'm not always going to work at this job. I'm not always going to be able to not afford a car. Because I'm determined to work hard, just like I'm determined to work hard in PT to get my wrist better so I can get back to work and start making more money and save up for the car that I want. Because my amazing cousin Jelly that you've seen in previous vlogs and my friend Link that I went to Pagan Pride with are both going to teach me to drive. And yeah, there's been bumps and bruises along the way, and yeah, there's been some bad stuff that happened in the last 7 months, but I don't really feel like mentioning that because that's just going to make this entire video like null and void if I sit and I talk about the bad stuff that happened, because it doesn't really seem important anymore. Because it's done, it's over with, nobody can change it, it already happened, and everything that happens, good or bad, happens for a reason to get you to a certain point in life. And I got here. I got to a place where I don't give a what anybody thinks, and that's never happened before. I got to a point where I'm so happy with myself creatively, where I'm really starting to love myself and take care of myself physically and mentally in big and small ways. I got to a place where I'm not so super mean to myself anymore, and self-deprecation isn't as high on my list as it used to be. It's still kind of there, and it's a work in progress like my whole frickin' channel, but I'm working on it. Things aren't perfect. Perfect is a social construct that's not real. Nothing is perfect. But it's so much better than it was the last time I was here. I'm so much more social and so much healthier and so much happier. That's so weird to say. I've never been able to just flat out be like, I'm happy. Like, because that used to feel like a really gross thing to say, but also people that look at you and say that you're a for thinking that you're good looking, or that you're stupid for thinking that you're happy or that you're in a good place, or think that you're selfish because you learn to say no and learn your own limits and put yourself first sometimes. Those people are the ones that need to work on themselves, not you. And I'm mind boggled. And I'm so much better. And it's so funny to say, and I know it's not always going to be like this, and that there's going to be bad days again. But while the good days are happening, I'm just so happy that they're happening. So yeah, I don't really know what this channel is gonna entail for now. I'm not gonna say a specific amount of days or however many that I'm gonna post, or what day or how many or whatever, because I don't really know and I just want to feel it out. And saying when I was gonna post every week was how I got myself feeling like this was like a really strenuous and stressful thing, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna be creative and passionate about the situation and just kind of go from there. And I'm still going to be posting a lot and working really hard, and if you guys have ideas for what you want to see on the channel, just comment them below, and that would be really helpful for me. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, if you could please press the big red subscribe button, I would appreciate that quite a lot, actually. If you are not already following my other social media, please check the bar below. You can follow me on my TikTok, which I am on the most often and where all of my cosplay takes place, as well as out of character stuff, but also on my Instagram and my Twitter. So if you want to catch me when I'm not here, that's where I'll be. If you liked this video, please give it a like, share it with somebody if you really feel like it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I missed you guys a lot, and I'm really glad to finally be coming back. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.